I am Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. Now we are taking solution of the last set of 6 questions. These are communication and thinking questions. I hope you have enjoyed the journey of learning and solving these 60 questions on lines based on slope and intercept form of the equation. Question number 54 here is, line y equals to ax plus b pass through the quadrant 3. Provide an example of such a line with negative gradient. You can always pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Well, let's try to sketch the scenario. When I'm saying quadrant 3, it really means what? Well, this is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, and that is quadrant 3, right? There are 4 quadrants in all. So the line passes through quadrant 3 and it has negative gradient. That means the line should be something like this, right? So we could have a line with y-intercept which is negative. That will give us the condition, correct? We need to write the equation in the form of y equals to ax plus b. So definitely b is less than 0, right? As you can see. So we can write down the equation as y equals to, let us say, minus 2x. So it is negative gradient, and the value of b we could take as, let us say, minus 1. So that could be one example. Perfect. So in that case, this becomes minus 1, and you can always sketch a line like this, right? So that could be one line. There could be many lines, as I have indicated here, many lines which have negative slope or gradient, and negative y-intercept will always go through quadrant 3. Perfect? Right. And these will never go through quadrant 1. Remember that. Now let's take up question number 55, which is similar question. Y equals to ax plus b pass through quadrant 4. Explain which of the following options should be always true. I'd like you to pause the video and answer this particular question. So we have a line ax plus b which passes through quadrant 4. So it is in quadrant 4 for sure, right? Now which of these are correct options? So if it is going through quadrant 4, both a and b, let me write down the equation as y equals to ax plus b. In that case, if both a and b are positive, that means this line will be kind of like that, right? So it doesn't pass through quadrant 4. You can see that, correct? But if a is positive, that means a slope is positive and b is negative, right? So if b is negative, so this line will definitely go through quadrant 4, and that should be the right option. Is that clear to you, right? And if a is negative and b is positive, in that case we have a line which is going to be like that. So that will also not work for us. So option B is the right option. I hope you have understood this kind of question. Perfect. It's kind of relatively a new type of question for many of my students. Well, in case you want to learn from me directly, you can send an email on this particular address. Let's continue. Question number 56. Let's continue. Here is question number 56. Line 2x plus 3y equals to 12 pass through the point 3, 2k. Find the value of k. So we have the line which is given to us as 2x plus 3y equals to 12. And it passes through a point which is given to us as 3, 2k. We need to find what is the value of k. I'd like you to pause the video and answer this question. Well, it really means that if I substitute 3 and 2k, the equation should be satisfied. So 2 times 3 plus 3 times 2k, that should be equal to 12. That means 6 plus 6k equals to 12. So we can say 6k equals to 12 minus 6, or we can say 6k equals to 6, or k equals to 6 over 6, which is 1. And therefore, k should be equal to 1, option E is the right option. Clear? So that is the way this equation can be solved. Perfect. Let's move on and take up the next question now. Here is question number 57. We are given the line x plus 2y minus 2k equals to 0, which passes through a given point. Find the value of k. It is very similar to previous question. I'd like you to pause the video and answer this one, right? Well, here is my solution. X plus 2y minus 2k equals to 0. And it passes through 2 and minus 2. So substitute 2 for x and minus 2 for y, right? To find the value of k. So we get 2 minus 4 minus 2k equals to 0. So we have 2 minus 4 minus 2k. Let's take 2k on the other side. So we get 2k, and these two things will give us minus 2, or k is equals to minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. And therefore, option D is the right option. Well, you can also check the result, right? There's no harm. Check the result. So if I substitute k as minus 1 and the point is 2 minus 2, what do I get? So we get 2 plus 2 times minus 2 and the value of k as minus 1. Let's calculate. What do we get? We get 2 minus 4, and here we have plus 2, right? And that indeed is 0. So that is the correct answer. Perfect. So you could also substitute the values and check your result. Well, here is question number 58, which is line 12x plus by equals to 2 is parallel to y equals to 2 minus 3x. Find the value of b. So we are given that it is parallel to y equals to 2 minus 3x. So what is the slope here? Well, the slope is not 2, it is minus 3, right? So that is the value of the slope. Now let's rearrange the given line, which is given to us as 12x plus by equals to 2. So when you rearrange, you get by equals to minus 12x plus 2. Dividing by b, we get minus 12 over b, x plus 2. So what is the slope here? Well, clearly, the slope is minus 12 over b, right? And we already found that the slope should be minus 3. That means minus 3 should be equal to minus 12 over b, correct? Cross multiply to get the value of b, which should be minus 12 over minus 3, which is 4. And therefore, the answer B is the right option, right? So I hope you are enjoying this journey of learning. Different types of questions are being asked in this particular set. Here is question 59. Determine the equation of line with same x-intercept as x plus 2y equals to minus 8 and same y-intercept as y minus 2 equals to 55x. So let's find the x-intercept of the first line, which is x plus 2y equals to minus 8. X-intercept means substitute y equals to 0. So x is minus 8. So therefore, the x-intercept is x equals to minus 8. Now let's look into the second line, which is given to us as y minus 2 equals to 5x. Or you can say y equals to 5x plus 2. And in this case, we know that the y-intercept is 2, right? So we have the x and y-intercepts. Now we need to find the equation of line, correct? So equation of line, when we are given both the intercepts, right? So let me sketch it here. Y-intercept being 2, x-intercept being minus 8, right? So the line is something like this, right? Well, this point is minus 8 and this point is 2. So clearly from here, what is the slope? M, the gradient, is rise over run, right? So you go up 2 units and write 8, right? So that is your rise over run, which is 1 over 4. And the y-intercept is 2. And therefore, the equation is y equals to 1 over 4x plus 2. Makes sense. Do you see how easily at this stage we found the equation from the two intercepts? Now that is the beauty. You don't really have to do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 once you've done these set of 60 equations. Perfect. Last example here is a word problem. There are two plans for downloading music from a website. Plan A, $10 membership fee and $3.50 per movie downloaded. Plan B, no membership fee but $4 per movie downloaded. Write equation to model the given situation. Find the minimum number of downloads for which plan B is better. So write down the equations and then equate to find the answer. Well, perfect. So plan A is $10 membership fee, which is a fixed cost, and $350 per movie download. So let's say N is the number of movies downloads, or we can say M, right? So we can say this, that the cost is equal to 350 times the number of movies M plus $10, right? And for the other one, the cost is 4 per movie, right? So 4M, perfect. So that is the situation, right? So you can see that in one plan, what are we doing? We are paying some base money, right? But for each other download, slightly cheaper, like this. So definitely no negative values. It starts with the positive value, like this, right? It's a partial variation. And in the second case, it's a direct variation. So it goes something like this. And see, we find a point of intersection. Find the minimum number of downloads for which plan B is better. So definitely that point will give us the option. Let's figure this out. So what we have is 4M should be equal to, right, or less than, right? Let's say less than equal to 350 M plus 10. So this is the equation which you need to solve, right? So we have 4M minus 350M equals to 10. And that gives you 0.50 M equals to 10 less than, right? So that has to be lower, right? So this has to be lower. So that is what we say, minimum number of downloads for which the plan B is better, right? So we have M equals to 10 divided by 0.5, correct? So we can now solve this. Dividing by 5 will be 20, right? So M is less than equal to 100, you can say, divided by 5, correct? Which is, you can say M is less than equal to 20. So minimum number of plans for which plan B is better. Well, for 20 also it is not bad. It is same, right? So you can say the answer is 20, right? So that is how we can actually answer the set of questions which we have come across. So I hope with that you understand and appreciate how we have solved all the 60 questions which we included in one of our videos as set of questions to prepare for lines with the equation slope intercept form. I hope you enjoyed this journey. Feel free to write a comment, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.